Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Pokemon tier ranking. Today we're doing Gen 2. We're back at it again after the great success of Gen 1 ranking. You guys are really blowing that up. It's already in the top 2 most viewed videos. Will this one beat it?
Yeah.
Let's see, I guess. Anyways, I got special guest number 2 here, SergBean. SergBean or Turdbean. I'm not sure what you go by.
Turdbean. I like that one.
All right, he likes Turdbean, guys. So Turdbean, I have you here for Gen 2. Tell me a little bit about your experience with Pokemon Generation 2.
I guess it all started in the anime, watching Pokemon. Which one is it? 2000?
With Lugia? Or who are you talking about?
Yeah, Lugia.
Okay.
Can you see more of the Gen 2 Pokemon?
I think so. No, I don't know. It was one of them. It was the second movie. Which one was the first movie? Pokemon 1999? No.
I think it's just the Pokemon movie.
The Pokemon movie.
Yeah. With Mewtwo. And then Pokemon 2000 with Lugia and the birds.
Yeah, which didn't really make sense because Lugia's and the birds are completely different generations, you know?
Yeah.
Anyways, so that's where it started for you, Gen 2?
Pretty much, yeah. Anime.
Yeah, nice. You know what the first Gen 2 Pokemon to show up in the anime was?
Are you asking me to guess?
I don't know. Do you know?
I don't know off the top of my head, but I'm assuming... I want to say A-Palm.
Ash saw him randomly in the sky.
Oh, that makes sense, yeah.
Randomly. Yeah.
What's that?
There is no data. There are still Pokemon yet to be identified.
Anyways, so start with the anime. What about the games? What do you think of the games?
I think the
Pokemon
game
Gold,
is-
Pokemon Silver.
When I was really young, I had Crystal, but I had no idea what the fuck I was doing.
Okay. Yeah.
I just run around in the woods and just fucking always battle Pokemon. But I didn't even know how to battle a gym leader.
Oh,
Yeah, so
I thought the point of the game was just battling Pokemon.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing. So I had Crystal. That was awesome.
Yeah.
But other than Crystal, later on they made remakes, Heart
Yep.
Gold, Soul Silver. Recently played Soul Silver, actually last year, and I loved it. It was a really good game.
Nice. How'd you end up
Right.
playing that?
I guess I played I stopped after Gen 4 playing Pokemon.
Mhm.
Anyway, just playing Gen 1, Gen 3, Gen 4, and then skipped a couple generations, blah, blah, blah. And I just kept thinking to myself, I really want to play Gen 2. Never actually fully played it. And then what a perfect time to play it was when I had my kid. I was at home for 2 weeks. Paternity leave, at home chilling,
Nice.
holding a baby, playing Pokemon.
Nice. Yeah. So for me, this is not about me, but Gen 2, it's not really up there with my favorites. I think it had probably like a weak starter for me personally. As I explained in the last video, I'm always a water type starter. And for Alligator, he looks like a beast, but his moveset just wasn't there for me. But when you start off with Blastoise, and then go to Feraligatr, obviously that fall off's gonna be there. So yeah, Gen 2 wasn't my favorite. You honestly might know more of the names of the Pokemon than me. We'll see about that. But there are some definitely classics, and it does have my favorite Pokemon probably of all time on here, competing with Gengar. We'll get to him. So yeah, let's start this off. Tier list, same as last time. We got Hall of Fame. Those are 6 Pokemon only, the ones you use for the road to be a champion. Elite 4 and facing the champion. Great. Those could be some Pokemon that you use along the way, maybe for a couple gyms. Got you through some hard moments, but at the end, you couldn't put them in your team for whatever reason. You got good, but not good enough Pokemon. You thought maybe they looked pretty cool. Maybe they had like a cool typing that you liked, but they just weren't moving you. Maybe you caught them right away thinking you'd use them, but they just went into that PC. HM Slave. You know what HM Slave is?
Mm-hmm. Solely use them for cut, flash,
Yeah.
all your
Yeah, the annoying
HMs
freaking HMs
yeah.
that you had to use.
to get farther in the game.
Yeah. So, but that's up to your interpretation,
Yeah.
Maybe that could mean something that's kind of useful to you, but not really good enough. Anyways, useless. Boom. That means they had no use to you at all. They were friggin' terrible. You didn't even try to catch one. Or you did catch one, put them in your PC, and then threw them away on purpose just to say haha. Yeah, so those are the rankings. I'll let you, sort of rank them to your own personal taste. I'm not one to say you have to rank them based on these metrics. You're your own person. This is your tier list. So let's start off with Chikorita line. You got Chikorita, Bayleaf, Meganium.
Yeah.
What do you think about this starter Pokemon?
I think she's pretty useless.
Is there a specific... I'll let you choose which one, by the way, that you want me to specifically choose.
I guess Chikorita.
Okay. Chikorita kind of looked like a little puppy.
Yeah, she's cute.
Yeah. If it got infested with grass, I guess. All right. The fire line. For starters, we got Cyndaquil, Cyndaquil, Typhlosion. game. What's the middle name? What's his name again?
Quilava.
Quilava, that's right. All right.
Put that dude in Hall of Fame right now.
Hey.
Right here, right now.
Typhlosion
Yeah.
in the Hall of Fame.
I'll let him me. Like Game Freak intended.
Dang.
Opposite of you,
Yeah.
I always go with fire starters.
Yeah.
Not like you always go water starters. Except in one generation, I think it was X and Y.
Yeah. So what'd you do there?
I actually picked the water gen.
Oh, because
Water.
you wanted Charizard, I'm guessing.
Yep.
That makes sense. So between Typhlosion and Charizard, what would you choose there?
Probably Charizard.
Charizard, the GOAT.
Yep.
Classic for you.
Yep.
All right. We got Totodile. We got Crocodile for Alligator. What are we thinking there?
I actually really like Totodile for his aesthetics. I always thought he looked really cool.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put him in great.
He was kind of funny in the anime, I guess.
Yeah, I thought he was cute.
All right. Next, the normal type Pokemon. Furret is this one, I believe.
Yeah.
Is this Sentret? I
Yes.
think. Yep.
So I'd put that one in useless right away.
Okay. Useless. Yeah, I don't even think they were good for HMs, huh?
No,
Yeah,
I don't think
dang.
they could take any HMs.
Yeah, like maybe one, but
Yeah.
not enough. You want your HM slave to know at least 4 HMs, bro.
Yeah.
That's like the whole point of them.
Yep.
All right, we got Hoo Noctowl next. What are we thinking of the bird Pokemon? I believe Flying Psychic was Noctowl's
Yeah.
typing. That's pretty decent.
Yeah. I caught one just to like play with it and see if I liked it. But
Yeah.
honestly, I kind of thought he was useless.
And I believe you had to wait till night to catch him, if I'm
Yep.
correct. They only came out at night
Yeah.
because Gen 2 did start the day and night cycle,
Yep.
as I recently learned.
Did you ever finish Gen 2?
Yeah, I finished it. It was crazy. That Gen 2, man, I wish the Pokemon were like a lot cooler.
Yeah.
Because Gen 2 story is actually pretty cool, considering that when you finish, you go back to Kanto
Yep.
and you freaking do the whole gyms all over again. I thought that was so sick. I wish other Pokemon games would do that.
Yep. Me too.
But yeah, just the Pokemon for me didn't
I
stand
remember
out.
when we were younger, after you finished it, I think I asked you to borrow it, and I borrowed it, and I only played it for a day.
You gonna do it or what?
Yeah, I think I was way too busy.
Dang.
And like months later, you're like, "Hey, you still got my Soul Silver?" And I was like, "Yeah, I haven't even played here." You know?
All right, next one. Lady In, I think. This one, he looked pretty cool. I don't know if he was just bug or what, but
Yeah, I'd say useless.
okay. Great use. Yeah.
I noticed that I'm kind of like Herman said in your guys' video, Pokemon video.
Mm-hmm.
He basically went off of aesthetics, like how badass they looked.
Yeah.
And I'm slowly learning that I'm the same way.
You don't think Lady In? Yeah,
Nah,
did
he
you have
looks
any-
like a
Okay.
great value Power Ranger.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say actually. The next, we got the other bugs here: Spinarak and Ariados, I believe.
Ariados is pretty cool. I really liked him.
The Spider.
Yeah, I would do good, but not good enough.
Yeah, I mean, bug type Pokemon in themselves were pretty tough, man. Especially just 2-stage Pokemon.
Yeah.
I think that's the reason I didn't really love Gen 2 is there's a lot of 2-stage Pokemon I'm noticing.
Yeah.
And then like a lot of baby Pokemon, a lot of like third evolutions from Gen 1. They just didn't have a lot of 3-stage, and I always like 3-stage Pokemon.
Yeah.
Speaking of Gen 1 third evolution, we got Crobat here introduced.
Yep.
What do we think of Crobat?
You can throw him right at the bottom.
Oh. That one hurts a little. I'm actually a Crobat fan. I used him in my run.
Really?
Yeah, Flying Poison. I thought was pretty cool typing.
That's good. I don't know. I just
And like I said, he's a third stage.
getting him from Zubat all the way up. I was like, I'm not dealing with that.
I think you got to get that friendliness up in order to evolve.
Yeah.
It's one of those Pokemon. So useless for you. Huh?
Yep.
You're just annoyed of Zubats?
Yeah,
Like the
I
lawn
hate
one?
Zubat. I'm not putting in the work.
All right. Next, we got Chinchu, I think is how you say it.
Yeah.
And then Lantern,
Yeah.
I believe. What do we think of these?
I don't know. I never used them or tried to use them. I never was a big fan.
Water Electric, it's decent typing.
Okay, because of the typing, I don't know. I'd probably put them in great. I never used them though.
Nah, that would
But-
just put good, not good enough then.
Okay.
Based on that criteria, you never even used them.
Yeah, I suppose.
And
But
aesthetically-
considering the typing, that's pretty good.
Aesthetically, pretty meh.
Yeah.
Especially since the Pokemon it's based off, I'm thinking is that Pokemon that looks freaking scary with the light bulb on the end of it
Oh yeah.
from Nemo. Could have done a lot scarier one, but it just looks like a friendly little fish.
Yeah.
Anyways, first baby Pokemon on the list, we got Pichu. What do we think of Pichu?
I mean, it's just electric.
Yeah, just an electric baby.
Yeah, he's not that great.
Okay, what are we thinking then, huh?
I guess HM Slave for Flash.
Okay, he's kind of cute, I guess, if you're into that. Who do we got here? Cleffa?
Yeah, another baby.
Pokemon?
Another baby.
Baby Pokemon, what do you think? Meh,
Meh, useless.
useless, yeah.
All these baby
I was
Pokemon. Go
gonna
ahead,
say,
go ahead,
I
throw her in
feel-
useless.
Who's that?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, throw fucking Togepi
Togepi?
being useless.
Okay. I always thought I was cool for being able to say it like the anime.
Togetic, is that one?
Togekiss.
Togekiss, yeah. I thought she was pretty good. You can
Or
put
is
it.
it Togetic?
I think it's Togetic and then Togekiss.
Oh, yep. That's the third stage. What do you think of Togekiss?
I'd say good, but not good enough. I actually did raise my, what is it? The happiness or the friendship?
Yeah.
I did get her to evolve to Togekiss.
Yeah,
But she
pretty
was
decent.
alright. Yeah,
Pretty
she
decent.
had some good psychic moves. I used her like halfway through the game and then I threw that bitch out.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That's perfect for that category then. All right, we got Natu and Xatu here.
They were actually pretty good.
Yeah, they had some good stats, I believe.
I would.
Psychic flying.
We can go ahead and throw them in great.
Great. Definitely better than Hoop Knockdown, huh?
Yeah, I
right.
think they had a better design.
Now this for me is where we start to see a freaking top tier Pokemon. Here we got fucking Mareep, Flaffy, and Ampharos.
Yep.
What do you think?
Yeah, I actually did use her Flappy, the fuck her name is.
Mareep.
Yeah,
And then
I actually, I got her devolved to Flampy.
Okay.
You can go ahead and put her in great. She got me pretty far.
Great for Ampharos.
Yeah.
Did have a Mega Evolution, Ampharos. He's a fan favorite, so became Electric Dragon in that Mega Evolution.
And Dragon and Electric?
Yeah, had like long white hair. It's pretty cool,
Oh, really?
but we're not ranking that.
Okay.
All right, next we got Blossom.
Yeah.
Single evolution. I guess I didn't realize that it was only single. That kind of sucks for her.
Yeah, that's
be
mid.
honest.
You just go throw her in useless.
Useless is only really good in Smash Bros, huh?
Yeah.
Put people to sleep. All right, here we got
Meryl?
and a Azumarill.
I think so, yep.
What do we think? They were just water here in this one.
Yeah, you can throw them in useless.
Useless. They eventually turned to Water Fairy in later generations.
Yep.
So that's pretty decent. But Sudowoodo,
He's pretty cool.
cool.
What was he? Grass and ground, right?
he's a mystery.
Oh.
No, he's just rock,
Oh.
which is pretty mysterious because you'd think he's a grass Pokemon.
Oh, that's right. I never really used him.
No, he's pretty annoying. You'd have to spray him,
Yeah,
get that water bottle or whatever,
just to get farther into the game. You know, just for that, I'm gonna put him in useless.
because he wouldn't let you through.
Yeah, that was
He
bullshit.
just kept wiggling or something.
Yeah, you tap A and he's like,
All right, here we got, who is this, Palitoad? Something like that?
yeah, I don't know. I never used him.
Okay.
You go ahead and throw him in useless.
Never used him?
No.
Who is this, Skip Blue and Hip Hop? Something like that?
Yep. I think hip hop's the first.
Oh, okay. The first one?
Yep.
What do we think?
I don't know.
They're pretty-
A lot of these new Pokemon are fucking mid.
Yeah, no, right. Gen 2, man. That's what I'm saying. What the heck is this one? Jumpluff? Oh, is this the same one? Oh, I think it might be 3 stage.
Yeah.
Jumpluff. Okay, so yeah, still useless.
Yep.
It changes much. All right, Apom, the monkey. Gosh, man, this one could have been good if it had more evolutions, I think.
Yeah.
Still pretty decent, but
I feel bad putting all these Pokemon useless, but
it's pretty useless.
throw them in useless.
It is pretty useless, man. What can I say? All right, we got Sunkern, Sunflora line here. What do you think of like grass Pokemon in general? I noticed that you don't have
I cannot. I don't like grass Pokemon at all.
none.
No.
Grass and bug, huh? Those are your-
Grass and bug, they're. I don't know. I feel like you just always get your ass kicked
Yeah, they're pretty
with
boring.
grass and bug.
So useless.
Yeah, useless.
Damn, dude. Who is this? Yanma or something like that?
Yeah.
Again, single stage Pokemon. I think it eventually gets an evolution, but I'm not sure.
I think in Gen 3. No.
Like Yan Mask? No,
Yeah.
that's another one. I don't know. I think it does get one though.
Go ahead, useless.
Whooper.
All right, these are.
Quagsire.
Yeah, these are pretty good.
Water ground. Pretty decent typing.
Yeah, these are
Unless
good.
you're going against grass, then you're fucked.
I'd put them in great.
Dang, great. All right. I think this is where something special might happen for Sergio. We got
Espeon.
Espeon. We're just going to do Espeon on its own. What do we think of Espeon?
Espeon, she was good. Good psychic.
Not good enough, huh?
Not good enough.
Okay, what about Umbreon?
Umbreon. You can throw that one in great.
Dang, great. I thought that might have been your second Hall of Fame, if I'm honest. You know, you're a dog guy, Sergio. Loves dogs.
I do.
Little black pup right there, Umbreon. I
Yeah.
just thought he looked pretty cool
I always liked Umbreon.
with the gold rings.
Yep.
But not good enough for Hall of Fame, huh?
Nope.
All right, next we got, who is this? Murkrow,
I can't remember.
I think.
his name.
What do we think?
Yeah, useless. Go ahead.
Dark Flying. Pretty useless, huh?
Yeah.
Slow King, third evolution of Slowpoke and Slowbro. This dude was in the movie. I think he was
Dude,
talking.
He was talking.
It's pretty weird.
He's talking in the movie.
Yeah, you wouldn't think he would talk, but
I could use pants.
does that move him up?
You know what? Because he's talking, you put him in great.
Okay, we got great. Just for talking. Mischievous.
Does she have another evolution later?
Yeah.
Later
Just
gens?
a Miss Magus.
Yeah.
And then, actually, in the last gen, Gen 9, it has like a Paradox Pokemon. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's like Pokemon back in time for Scarlet Into the Future for Violet.
Oh.
And that one has one back in the time, and it's like super OP apparently. I don't know, I haven't used it. I only have Pokemon Violet, but yeah, so far just Mischievous and Gen 2. What do we think of that?
She's pretty mid.
Pretty mid, huh?
Yeah.
Does that mean good or useless? Or HM's like,
I never used her.
okay.
Let's just go useless.
All right. Useless is going to have like 4 rows by then. What do we have next? Unknown?
Unknown.
Yeah.
They're useless.
They are useless. For having like supposedly a cool backstory or whatever, they're just pretty useless.
Yeah, you can't use them for anything. I don't even know if you can level them up because I've never played with them
No.
long enough.
What are you going to level up just from A to B?
Yeah. I think there's a part in the game where you got to catch so many letters and then you fill out, you're able to translate
It's like a puzzle.
a script. Yeah, it's like a puzzle you can do in the game.
Nice.
You got to catch them all though
Dang.
to translate the puzzle.
That'd be crazy. All right. Wobbuffet, classic anime.
He was cool in the anime.
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
He's funny. He's good at comedic relief when Jesse and James were getting fucked. You go ahead and put that dude in great
Put him in great.
just for his comedy.
Yeah, just for that comic relief.
You ever know what his tail is? Is there any lore behind that?
I don't know. I know he has like a ability known as Shadow Tag, I believe. So I don't know if that tail is his shadow. But that move, I think, just means that you can't leave the battle. So it kind of sucked when you went against him in
And then you can't dip.
yeah, it was like a random battle and you can't leave.
Okay.
What do we have here? Giraffe Rig?
Yeah, you gotta put that one in useless.
Okay. I think it was just psychic. Yeah, pretty useless.
It was electric too, huh?
Was it? Oh, dang.
I believe so. Electric and psychic.
All right, is this Pineco? Another.
Oh, I hated that guy.
This guy you could easily wipe out with fire, dude. I think he was like.
He'd always self-destruct too.
Yeah. that's
Anytime you run into him,
Yeah.
self-destruct and wipe you out too.
Dang, he's like freaking.
So I mean, he was good, but
Not good enough.
not good enough to be catched. Put him in there.
Yeah. Man, I really don't know this guy's name. So does that mean he's useless?
Yeah, go ahead, throw him in useless.
I don't even know what his typing is.
I think it's just water.
Apparently, this is Pinecone's evolution. We just heard from
A viewer.
producer. Yep. All right. Still same spot. Fortress. That's
Fortress.
right. Fortress.
You know what? You can go put her up in good, but not good enough.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we already got Pinecone there, so
We'll put pinecone down.
put it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put pinecone and useless. No, I'm just kidding. Put it back in the
Put it in
list.
self-destruct.
Sure.
All right. We got Dunsparce next.
I think he's electric and water or just electric.
I don't know, dude. I thought he was like normal at some point.
I never used him. You go throw him in useless.
Useless. Yeah, he just looks weird and he doesn't even have a second stage evolution. Gligar, I think was this guy's name.
He was pretty cool. I never used him,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
his abilities are cool.
He needed a second evolution, man.
Yeah.
And he does get one eventually, but not in this generation.
Yeah. He do good, but not good enough.
Yeah. He becomes good enough later, maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
Steelix.
Big man Steelix.
He was the first like introduction to like the steel type, right?
I think so, yeah.
You can put him in great.
Pretty crazy. The Onyx line, obviously.
Yeah.
I forget how he evolves, but
You gotta
metal
give
coat,
him a
that's right.
metal coat.
You gotta
yeah.
trade him with a metal coat. That was so annoying, especially for a Pokemon coming up. All right, here we got what's this Bulldog one, man? Gosh, this middle of
Snubbull.
the pack here. Oh yeah, Snubbull and Grumble.
Grumble.
Grumble, what do you think?
I never used them. You go ahead and put them in useless.
Useless. See, I forgot.
I think we're gonna need some Gen 1 Pokemon in here.
All right, what do you think of Quillfish here?
Useless.
He had a role in Pokemon Arceus, but not big enough.
Maybe in the Poison Sting, but like,
Yeah.
he's pretty useless.
All right, we got a big one here, but
Skizor.
Skizor again with that metal coat trade.
Yeah.
Pretty annoying to get him, but man, was he worth it?
He's probably like, Scyther and Skizor are probably my favorite bug type.
Yeah.
So you go throw him in great.
Nice. Yeah, man. I'm not saying to do this because I don't condone it, but if you ever do get it like ROM hack, man, he's good to use.
Yeah.
It's like pretty strong.
Nice. Useless. Just throw useless.
Shellfish, what's his name?
I can't remember his name.
Okay. We got fucking
Heracross?
Heracross here.
He was cool too.
Pretty cool.
Good, but not good enough.
Yeah. Another bug Pokemon, I believe.
You know what I'm realizing? I use a lot of Gen 1 Pokemon. Yeah, a lot of Gen 2 Pokemon suck.
Like I said, they're just like 1 stage or 2 stage and they're not just
Yeah.
cool. This one right here, Weavile. No, Sneasel. His next evolution is Weavile, but it's not on here.
Yeah.
So-
not till later generation.
What do we think of that?
Good, but not good enough.
It's just pretty weak on its own, man. It's just not like getting you moving.
Yeah.
They don't have any other ones in Hall of Fame. So far, you're just running through with Typhlosion.
I think I had a lot of Gen 1. Oh, actually, I see one
Okay.
that I had in the Hall of Fame. We'll get to it
you
later.
need 6.
Yeah.
So you just had
It
to
was
make
all Gen 1
had
Pokemon.
to make it up, I guess. All right, we got Ursa Ring, the bear Pokemon.
They're pretty great. I put them. Go ahead, throw them up in great.
pretty great. Okay, yeah, they look pretty cool.
Slugma.
Slugma, Macargo,
Yeah.
the lava Pokemon.
Yep.
What do you think? I can't imagine you use them that much if you already had Typhlosion.
Yeah, I already had a fire. You throw them useless.
Useless. Dang, bro. A lot of useless Gen 2ers.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got Swinub
Yep.
and Pine Swine. What was it?
I can't remember the
Swine,
second one.
Pine something like that.
They were ice, weren't they?
Yeah, they were ice.
They were pretty cool.
Yeah.
Good, but not good enough to make the team.
I feel that. Was this Corsola?
Yeah.
Okay, I think this was Water Rock. Pretty interesting typing, but
Water poison. Yeah.
something for sure.
But I would say their typing's cool,
Yeah?
but I wouldn't put it on my team.
No.
Good, but not good enough.
Good, but not good enough. Another single
Yep.
stage Pokemon. We got here Remoraid
Useless.
and Octillery.
Yep. Useless.
Just useless.
Useless.
All right. Delibird here. What do we think of Delibird?
Yeah, useless.
Giving out presents. Not good. Who's this Mantine?
Maintain. Was he electric and water?
I think he was flying in water.
What the fuck? How can you fly? All right. Well, that's pretty cool typing. You know what? I'll put him up. And am I allowed to get Gen 1 Pokemon in my Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
You know what? Go ahead. Throw a Manta Ray up there.
Dang, the second Gen 1. The second Hall of Fame.
Damn.
You got Typhlosion and Mantine, dude. That's
Water flying. Might as well.
bruh. All right. What we got here?
I didn't know Skyrim was in Gen 2. I thought it came originally from Gen 3.
Yeah.
But
But no, Gen 2.
so it's steel and flying.
Decent.
You know what? Since I got no more Gen 1s, you go ahead, throw that one in Hall of Fame.
Dang, your second or your third Hall of Fame, second flying type. You got 2 flying types in there? Is that a little overkill? I don't know.
Oh, you got
Guess not.
steel flying and water
And
flying.
then just fire. All right. We got a team coming together here, guys. Will Houndour and Houndoom make that team?
I really liked Houndoom. I thought he was like aesthetically really badass looking.
Yeah, like
And the fire.
like a hell dog of something.
Yeah, go ahead, throw that in Hall of Fame.
Dang, bro, we're just throwing Pokemon here left, right, and center now. So you got 2 fire types, 2 flying types in this team.
Yeah.
All right. This is interesting. Kingdra, third evolution of Horsea and Seadra.
Yeah, he was cool.
He was cool. Water Dragon. Pretty cool typing.
It was pretty cool typing. I'd say great.
Great. Nice.
Well, actually, wait, do we have any other? Just throw them in great.
Okay. All right. We got Fanfeed, Donphan.
They're pretty cool. I put them in great.
Pretty cool. Great. All right. Filling out that great tier now. What do we think of Stantler here?
I didn't care for him.
Okay.
You can throw him in the useless pile.
Stantler. Man, I think that's his name. I'm not sure. Or that might be his evolution that he gets later on.
Yeah.
All right, we got the painting Pokemon here. Oh, what's the name, man? I knew it, but now I don't.
Well, if you can't remember a name, then he's useless.
Yeah, man, he was useless.
Porygon's evolution, did we do that one?
Oh, shoot, we did not. Porygon. Just Porygon. What do we think of it?
I never owned a Porygon or used one.
No.
But the design's pretty cool and the concept's pretty cool.
Yeah, did you suffer from epilepsy as a child?
No.
Okay, good. Otherwise, you would have been screwed. You would have died right there.
Does he trigger epilepsy?
Got lucky, I guess. If we got any Japan listeners and you had epilepsy, put it in the comments.
Okay.
All right, what do we think of Porygon?
Good, but not good enough.
Interesting. It's an interesting Pokemon, but not that interesting, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Tyrogue and Hitmontop. Kind of cool breakdancer, but was it breaking into your heart?
No. Like, once you have Hitmonlee, Hitmonchamp,
Yeah. Another Gen 1.
another Gen 1 fail. I mean, Gen 2 fail. You go ahead, go useless.
Useless. If you disagree, put it in the comments below with this list, but it is a personal list, personal opinion. Make your own in the comment below. All right, Smoochum, baby Pokemon. What do we think?
Is that pre-evolution of, what's her name?
Jinx. Yep.
You know what? I think Jinx was a baddie.
Yeah.
She's pretty cute. I put her in great.
Well, Smoochum is under 18, so
Oh.
be careful with what you say.
Okay.
But yes, Jinx is a baddie.
Jinx was a baddie.
Elekid, pre-evolution of
Electabuzz.
Electabuzz. Yep.
Because Electabuzz is cool.
Yeah.
He looks like a monkey.
Huh?
Electric monkey, yellow
Oh,
monkey.
okay. Yeah. I guess I see what you're saying.
You go ahead and throw him in great.
Great. Magby. What do we think of Magby? Pre-evolution of Magmar.
He's cute.
Little cutie.
Magmar is cool. Magmar gets pretty hot.
Okay.
I'll put him in great.
Great. Remember, you still have 2 left for
Just
your
because I like
Hall
Magmar.
of Fame. Let's see what you saved the last 2. You can put legendaries in there if you want. Her mom put like 5 legendaries. A little overkill, but that's his opinion.
Yeah.
All right, who do we got here? Blissey,
Let's see.
HP freaking tank over here. You got so much HP.
Did she? I never played that.
Crazy.
Never played.
I just remember
Blissey.
fight. Oh, Fred, we forgot the freaking demon over here.
Oh yeah.
Whitney's Miltank. What do you think of that? Freaking
Dude, she
bitch
was strong.
slut.
It was so hard getting past her.
I know. The freaking rollouts of Doom.
Yeah.
Would kill me, bro. What do you think? Would you ever use it?
Nah.
I think it was just like after that trauma of Whitney, you just didn't want to.
I didn't want to deal with it. Don't want to own one.
Yeah. What do you think?
I mean, she's pretty OP. I put it great.
Great. Yeah. Super OP.
She got some mommy milkers.
All right, now back to Blissey.
Blissey, I put great too.
Great. I think it's the evolution of Chansey. All right, first legendary on the list. We got Raikou,
Pretty torn.
the legendary dog.
You know what? I don't have any electric in my Hall of Fame.
Right, right.
Let's go ahead and throw that one in Hall of Fame.
All right, the legendary dog makes it into the Hall of Fame. Raikou. We got Entei next, the next dog. What do we think of Entei?
Entei's cool. I already got fire on my team, so
Yeah, you got two.
you go ahead and put that in great.
You want a third fire?
No.
Entei, pretty important to the Pokemon movie, that one that he was in. All
Yeah.
right, we got Suicune next.
Suicune's cool too.
Never knew how to say his name, and as a child, I always said like Swissine or something like that.
I always thought like he looked like an old Asian man with a long white mustache.
Put a picture of an old Asian man with a white mustache on screen right now.
Yeah, obviously he's great.
This one.
No, this
Now,
is a beast.
For me, up there with Gengar, my top two right here. I go back and forth.
Yeah.
You got Larvitar, Pupitar, Tyranitar, the Beast,
He is a
Rock
beast.
Dark. What do we think? It's your list. Don't let me.
You know, I'm gonna put him in useless.
Okay,
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm not even gonna do that.
No. He's automatically in Hall ofAme. He is a
freaking Hall of
beast. He's a
Famer.
tank.
The only problem with him, I don't know if you get him before the Victory Road. I don't even know if you get him in time for it. Kind of sucks with these like beast Pokemon that are later.
Yeah, I don't know. The version I was playing, or the DS
original, yeah,
the DS original playing,
yeah.
the Safari Zone, you can get him in the Safari Zone.
Oh yeah, actually you're right. I believe you could get him in there.
And you could get to the Safari Zone, like I think like halfway through the game, or
I
like
wonder if that was just the remake or if that was in the originals too. He's what we call in the Pokemon world a pseudo legendary. It means he's not quite a legendary, but his stats are so OP that he's pretty much up there. All right,
Yep.
speaking of legendaries, we got Lugia up next, the cover of Silver. What do we think of Lugia?
he was alright.
All right, was he your favorite of the two birds?
Honestly, yeah, because of the movie, because you hear Lugia talking to you,
Yeah, psychically.
psychically talking to you.
Yeah, so where does that put him?
I put him in great.
That puts him in great.
Oh, was good too. But I never used him.
No.
By the time I got to capture him, I was already done with the game.
Yeah.
I pretty much had everybody stronger than Ho. But since he's a cool legendary, I'll put him in great.
Okay, not a legendary in the great. We got all legendaries in great and or Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Last Pokemon, the mythical Celebi. What do we think of Celebi, the protector of forests, I believe?
I don't know. I could care less about her.
Yeah?
And the movie was pretty cool watching her.
What do you
Taking
think?
Ash back in time.
Not good enough, though?
Taking Ash to go back in time.
Pretty cool.
That's a pretty great.
Pretty freaking great for Celebi. We got every legendary now up there.
I got a full team.
No misses for the legendaries, huh?
No, I thought they were all pretty cool.
That's your full team, then. You're taking on the Elite Four and Champion with your Typhlosion, your Mantine, your Skarmory, your Houndoom, your Raikou, and your Tyranitar.
Yep.
Now, let's say this is just a game. What would your actual Hall of Fame be?
Actual Hall of Fame actually was
Typhlosion.
Typhlosion, Tyranitar,
Okay.
Dragonite, Gengar,
Oh, nice.
and then the red Gyarados.
Nice. So 5, huh?
Is it 5?
You didn't even use up that 6 spot. That's how OP it was, huh?
No, actually, I did have another one. That's all 5? That's only
Yeah.
5?
There's only 5.
What the fuck else did I have?
He's loading up his Pokemon DS right now. He brought it with him. Let's see what this party was.
I forgot how to get to I haven't played in so long.
Never mind. I guess we'll never know who that
can't
6th
remember.
Pokemon was.
Fuck, I can't remember.
We'll just assume it was Crobat here.
You know, it might have been Umbreon.
Oh, dang. Cool.
I think it was Umbreon.
Not like Alakazam, maybe? He's a pretty...
No, I had Alakazam, but I only got so far, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to play with you anymore.
Right. Maybe Umbreon. We'll never know for sure, though. It's a mystery only Sergio's 10-year-old brain remembers. But yeah, there's your list. Pretty good list, considering Gen 2 didn't have a lot of bangers. Pretty similar to what I'd go for, if I'm honest. A lot of useless Pokemon in Gen 2. Chikorita, that's a little harsh, if I'm honest. Guys, again, like the video. Comment down below what you think. Yeah, leave some love for Sergio. It's his list. Remember that. Everyone has their own personal opinion. We'll see you back for Gen 3.
I was missing Gen 1 for my Hall of Fame.
He's a real Gen 1er. All right, peace.
See you guys.